Here's one thing that I also do at the end of my classes. Everybody needs good stories, so I give you stories. I borrowed these. I'm not a plagiarist. I borrowed these from someone else for the most part, so you can use them freely. You don't have to give recognition to anybody. This story kind of goes within what we've talked about in the summary of items tonight. The story goes that there was an American who was sent by his company to Egypt to work on a machine over there. There was a part that was messed up, and they told him what was wrong. He took everything he needed to fix it, but when he got over there, he needed another part that he didn't have. He calls back to the States, tells his company, and they said, we'll ship that to you, but it's going to be 3 days. You're going to have 2 days off. Just find something to do. Kill some people. He was a believer, and he was a history guy, and he thought, hey, I'm in Egypt. I got 2 days off. I'm being paid. I'll go do some sightseeing. So the hotel helps him to hire a guy, an Egyptian, who will take him around. And so they're going around the first day, and everything's just going great. They're talking and just having the biggest time. He's taking him to all these places. And he says, now, you come back tomorrow and get me. Yeah, we'll do this. So in the course of the conversation, he lets him know he's Muslim. The driver is Muslim. And so during lunch, the American brings up Christ, tries to begin to talk to him about Christianity. And everything shifts. Everything shifts. And after lunch, they're not talking as much. There's no chatter. He takes him, there's no discussion. Takes him back to the hotel at the end of the day. He says, will you be back tomorrow? He said, yeah, come back tomorrow and get you. So the American is concerned about this. The next morning, the guy picks him up, and before they ever leave, he says, look, I want to say something to you. I noticed that yesterday when I brought up Christ and Christianity and tried to talk to you about the Bible, everything changed. I don't want us to have a day where it's awkward. You just have to understand that I'm a Christian. That's what we do. And the Muslim said to him, I understand. You just didn't want to commit the sin of the desert. And the American said, I'm not familiar with that term. What does that mean? And he said, the sin of the desert is to be in the desert, to come upon a man who is drowning, who is dying of thirst, who needs water, to know where water is, but to refuse to tell him. It's okay, my friend. You just did not want to commit the sin of the desert. Every day we encounter people who are drowning in their sins and who are dying because they don't know Jesus. May it be that none of us commit the sin of the desert. Tell somebody about Jesus this week. And so here's how I conclude every class. And again, by the time the class is over with, I hope that you know that I'm meaning with all my heart. I have my roster, and I have your names, and I want you to know that I have already been praying for you. And I want you to know that I love you, even though I don't know you, I love you. And I want you to know that I believe in you. And I cannot wait to see all that God is going to do through you. So God bless you. You have a good rest of your week and weekend. And I hope to see you all next Thursday.